Hey guys, what's going on? Today we check out the Marshall Origin 20 head. Now I did have the Origin 50. Origin 20 came up, so I figured, you know what? Let's give it a go. So this head is pretty cool. It's a 20 watt EL34 monster. It can get super loud. It's got a wide variety of classic Marshall tones. It does come with an internal gain boost, so you can pull the knob or you can use it on the foot switch, which is pretty awesome. Today we're going to use this 2016 Les Paul Classic with 57 humbuckers into this orange 212 cab that is mic'd up with E609s. We got an M65 Creamback speaker and also a vintage 30. I am going to use the DI out and compare the two. We are going to use the DoD rubberneck analog delay in the loop, so that'll give you an idea of how clean and pristine the loop can get. I like the head. It is made in Vietnam. I love the simplistic setup. Makes it very easy to use. The controls work really well. I do like the fact that the gain boost is on the foot switch. I like that the effects loop is on the foot switch. I like that I can run multiple wattages from 20 watt all the way down to a half watt. You know, things I don't like is that the head does not have a standby switch. You are just on and off and running to the races on whatever wattage you have the amp on. I don't like that the foot switch is wired internally and you can't use like an external 1/4 inch. I don't like that it feels kind of cheap compared to the UK heads. It is made in Vietnam, and that's not a slight against the head itself. It just doesn't feel as nice as the UK heads. The Tolex is different. The corners are built differently. The front panel is a little shinier. It's just a different look, and it's a different feel to the head in general. We're going to go through the front panel and back panel and just give a look at the controls real quick, close up. And then we're going to do a bunch of different settings. We're going to do some Noon looper stuff and fiddle with the knobs. We'll use the effects loop. And yeah, so I hope you dig it. All right, here's the front panel of the Origin 20. You have your power on and off. You have your output. There is no standby option, so you're either turning the amp on at high, mid, or low. At the lowest setting, it's about half a watt. At your mid setting, it's about 3 watt, and at your high setting, it's about 20 watts. Your presence controls your high frequencies. It controls the overall, so darker, higher frequency boost. Your master adjusts the total output. It's how loud it is, how classically overdriven you're going to drive it, the louder you turn it up, etc. You have your treble, which is the high frequencies, your middle, which is the middle frequencies, and your bass, which is the low frequencies. Now, tilt is a really neat option. It adjusts the voice of the Origin, so it's from normal to high treble at the input stage. So you have your normal and your high. So as you turn this up, it changes what you're getting out of the sound, which is actually really neat. It's a very cool option. It is not foot switchable, but it will give you a bunch of different tones on this knob. Now, your last knob is the gain and pull boost. So this is the amount of preamp gain from 0 to 10. And then you also have the option to pull this knob out and it opens up more gain into your signal. Now this is controlled by the foot switch as well, so you don't have to worry about walking back and forth between your amp to push it in and out. So that's a great option. And then lastly, you have your guitar input. Taking a look at the foot switch for the Origin, it is wired in, which is not my favorite option, but whatever. A pretty good length of cord. Now this obviously plugs into the back. Here, again, you have your pull boost option, and then your effects loop can turn on and off from the foot switch. This is the back panel. We have your loudspeaker out, so you have a 16 ohm option, an 8 ohm, or two 16 ohm, your DI out, your foot switch, your send and return for your effects loop, and then your power out. remember to subscribe. I'm going to take this head up against the other Marshall 20-watt heads I have in the studio, so be on the lookout for that. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Many more videos to come. Don't miss one sub.